What is the minimum spend that I should be putting aside for Facebook advertising?
How do we measure success of a Facebook advertising campaign?
How can I constantly reach fresh audience with my Facebook advertising campaign?
I've got a few thousand people who like my Facebook page, but when I post anything, why am I reaching so few of my friends? This is where you choose Facebook ads objective. 3 categories. We have awareness, consideration, and conversion. Now let's walk through each and every one of the ad creation options available.
How can we do hyper-location targeting plus ad scheduling? Today we're going to talk about the customer journey, or so-called the Facebook advertising customer journey that you can build, for your audiences.
We try to answer at least 2 to 3 questions every week, and of course from time to time I'll share tips, new findings, or new developments when it comes to Facebook advertising to help you keep up on the pace of what's about to come, what are the changes that you should be expecting. Okay, I just realized that there is no sound. Okay, how are we going? I think the front part, we have to actually edit it off. Okay, thank you for tuning in. We have a lot more people here today, and today is actually the end of the so-called this week. This week we're actually going through this Facebook ads objective series. So we started on Tuesday talking about Facebook advertising objective. That's an overall. Can we hear now, Manfred? Are we good? Good. Thanks for checking in. Thanks, Andrew, for highlighting this to us. Okay, so on the first day we talk about overall Facebook ads objective, how to choose them right, how to do actually the right thing, and then on Wednesday we went through the awareness objective, and yesterday we went through. Let me bring the screen up. Okay, now because Facebook advertising objective are broken down into 3 categories, as you can see here. We have awareness, consideration, and conversion. So for the past 2 days, we went through awareness and consideration. Today, we're going to talk about conversion. Now, for those who are watching live, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for staying with us. Tell your friends if they are interested. Subscribe to my Facebook page or hit the subscribe on my YouTube channel so that you'll be notified as and when I go live. I usually go live during daytime around 3:30 or to 5 p.m. Next week, we have the 6-day challenge going on. So 3:30 to 5, I will be doing the training. So maybe after that, I will try if I have time, and I will actually come on live. For those who are new to me, thank you for tuning in. My name is Jason from Tribe Academy. I've been helping brands big and small in the past 10 years navigating success in Facebook advertising and digital marketing. So what we really do is, for the past 10 years, since 2010, I started my agency since 2010, and the agency part, we have helped over 200 brands to actually, we manage their Facebook ads, and then we consult them, we coach them, and then we build certain things with them. And I started teaching in 2016 because this is what I believe. I've been doing a lot in terms of Facebook advertising, helping brands, but I believe I can serve a greater purpose by putting what I have learned to share with more businesses like you, that really need to leverage on the social media as Facebook advertising and digital marketing to navigate success for your business. So it's all about sharing information. It's all about helping you to actually reduce your chances of hitting into the wall, making mistakes and all that. Because trust me, the most valuable part in my journey throughout the past 10 years would be the mistakes that I've made. We have made so much mistakes. costly mistakes. You have no idea, and you can avoid all this because you don't need to go through what we went through. You see? So, okay, let's talk about what we're supposed to discuss today. So today we're going to talk about Facebook ads for conversion. Now, Facebook ads for conversion consists of three main parts, as you can see here. We have conversion, we have catalog sales, and we have store traffic. Now, I really want to highlight and discuss further on the conversion. Now, this is a lot of, I mean, it happens many times. Conversion is one of the objectives that a lot of e-commerce sellers really love. You know, because it rings a bell to their ears, you see, because it sounds really, really attractive. So most of the advertisers who are new to Facebook advertising and those who are selling online, like e-commerce and all that, the first thing they will look at is conversion. Now, when it comes to conversion, this is what happened. You probably have tried here and there before. You advertise and then you put up a conversion campaign, and then eventually, right, you started to go for the best conversion because this is what most people look at. So I'm actually trying to drive a journey. Can you? Oh, I need to bring here further. Okay, let me bring down the screen. Okay, can see? Okay, this is what you're gonna do. So everything comes in the funnel. Now, I need to find way. Now you have two lights. Trying to reduce one so that you can see a clearer one. Okay, now a lot of people would think that conversion means purchase. Nothing wrong, nothing wrong. Of course, conversion is purchase. Conversion is purchase. To a lot of people, conversion is purchase, but not necessarily this is what Facebook understands conversion. Now, if you want to understand conversion, like I always said, if you want to understand an objective, you have to go inside to the objective and try to understand, try to read. When you're advertising on Facebook, remember, you're putting the money over there to Mr. Mark and hoping that you'll get some result out of it. So before you commit your money, you have to really read a lot of details that is being laid out inside. Facebook don't cheat, right? So we go in again, let's take a look at this. Now, when you choose the conversion objective, for example, and then we come back down and eventually Facebook will tell you that, look, you are actually going for certain set of conversion. The line, okay, so now, read this. Facebook says conversion means you are actually trying to get people to take valuable actions on your website, in your app or in Messenger, such as adding payment info or making purchase and etc. So this is the key. A lot of people don't read this. Please, you gotta read, all right? Because you're putting money on the table. So Facebook actually categorize things like adding payment info, initiate checkout, you know, and all these as conversions as well. So when you are actually looking at conversion, it's very important that you have to choose the conversion event, that you have got enough event for it. Now let's take a look at this. So let's say, okay, I bring back this screen a little bit. Where is it? Where's my cursor? So I remove this. So you have to break down the whole funnel. So people came in by visit your website. Okay, after they visit website, then they will take the next action, which is to add the cart, right? Then what else? You know, initiate checkout. Okay, then add payment. I'm not sure whether we have add payment info, but you get the idea, you see. So eventually, purchase is not the only conversion because that's in your eyes. That's not in Facebook's eyes. So you really have to understand the drill here. So how do we choose the right conversion to go for? Okay, according to Facebook Blueprint. Now this thing change all the time. Yeah, this is what we actually. This is what I remember the last time I actually I was studying for my Blueprint exam earlier this year. I think it's somewhere before the MCO. I think it's somewhere in February. So in February, I last checked. Facebook says you need to go for a conversion event that has, read this carefully, a conversion event that has 50 fires. Sorry, this is the latest one. Latest is not 50. Latest is 25 fires, okay, in the last 7 days. So what does it mean? Now, if you're running an e-commerce website, which is you're trying to get people to purchase on your website, right? So my first question to you here is that if you're all trying to optimize for purchase over here, my question to you is, do you have 25 purchase in the last 7 days? Now, if you don't have 25 purchase in the last 7 days, then you shouldn't use this thing. you should move a lever up. You have to try to find out how many other things that you have here, such as added to cart, initial checkout, and things like that. So remember, if you want to do this, you got to have your Facebook pixel installed on your website. I'm not going through how do you set up the Facebook pixel, how do you actually straighten up your business manager. Now, if you're interested in this, right, later on, I'm actually going to share with you one of the exciting program that we have put together, which is a 6-day challenge. I'm going to go through every single thing of this with you. But now, today, I want to share with you about conversion. So let me bring back this screen. Okay, how do you know whether you have enough conversion event in the last 7 days? So this is where we actually start running these ads, right? So this is conversion. And then there is this thing called Event Manager. So for those who are totally new to this thing, then you probably have to go and navigate it out. It's inside your business manager. There is this thing called Events Manager. Then you'll be able to come on this thing. So Events Manager over here, let's take a look. Now, this is my website. I'm opening up to you. I don't mind. Okay. You see, okay, for this case, in the last 7 days, I have 64 purchase. Not too bad. I have 64 purchase means I can use this because it's important to say that over here it says at least 25 fires in the last 7 days. So this is the drill. If you don't have 25 purchase in the last 7 days, okay, all you need to do is you probably look and level up, such as whether you have 25 add payment info. If you have it, then you can use it. But if you still don't have 25 add payment info, then you go and layer up. You see whether you have 25 initial checkout. If you have 25 initial checkout, then this is good to go. So you have to monitor over here to see which one is more suitable, which one is actually the right one for you. In fact, the whole thing goes the same when you are actually going for if you are choosing even the catalog sales. Now, catalog sales, I believe those who are familiar, you probably know what is catalog sales. Catalog sales essentially has to be e-commerce or hotel booking. We have done e-commerce, of course, a lot, and then we have done hotel booking some actually. And then as long as you're doing something that you can actually let people recover cut. So catalog sales is that kind of advertisement that goes like, if you come to my website, you see this product, you don't buy, and the next thing is this product and their friends will follow you everywhere you want to go. So you have a lot more flexibility. You can actually do targeting like people who wants to, people who added to cart but did not purchase, or even you can actually drill in to talk about people who have purchased in the last X number of days to do different kind of retargeting to bring them back. So it's quite powerful if you know how to use the conversion right. This is something that I want to share. I mean, recently, I think this is Manfred's question, but since you are here, I just cover it later on in the Ask Me Anything tonight in the group. We will actually drill deeper again, but essentially is what I actually experienced recently. One thing I think I shared in one of the earlier discussion, but I don't mind to share this again. For those who have heard it, thanks for and during this. But the whole idea here is we were actually testing. You see, traffic and conversion are both in a way driving people to your website, but you're actually optimizing for different event, different event, different level of action. Remember, yesterday we talked about consideration. Consideration are mainly action-based objective, which is you're actually targeting a set of actions that you want people to take on your destination. So what we did was we were actually testing traffic and conversion the other day. And what we realized, the cost per click for conversion, of course, you need to make sure that your conversion, your pixel and everything has been tracking and you have got enough event coming in. The cost per click for conversion seems to be lower compared to the cost per click. And then in a way, right, even though we can actually draw out the whole journey and see how many people who have added to cart and all that, conversion event outperform traffic campaign. So if you are doing e-commerce, especially drive back to your own website, this can happen if you are driving traffic to your Shopee store. If you want to look at Shopee, then you have to go back to my website and look for the Shopee store course that you should consider and rolling in. So that's very important for you to know how to use conversion, right? It's really something that you must master. So conversion, catalog sales alike, and traffic store is mainly to drive people to your physical store. So that's another so-called, unless you have all the multiple physical stores set up and then you set up the location structure, then only you can use this objective. But we have tried that a lot during our time hanging out. I mean, setting up for our clients, not that effective. I think it's probably because of the nature of business in Malaysia right now. So yeah, I think that's pretty much sums up to what I want to share with you about the conversion part. Now, I say If you know how to use conversion right, it's going to be a very powerful objective. But of course, you need to monitor a lot more things. So first thing first, you need to have your Facebook pixel installed correctly in your website. And second thing is you really want to make sure that all the pixel events are being straightened up. As in, you want to make sure all the fires are in place. Like recently, when Facebook switched over to the new layout and all this kind of thing, right, I got pissed. I lost certain access to certain things which I always use. Like recent experience, I've been trying to find my tracking for my custom conversion for my campaign. I couldn't find it. I'm still looking it. So for those who have the information, please share with me. So this is, but however, if you know how to use conversion right, it's going to be very powerful. Okay, so I hope this gives you some idea. Like I say, this is a quick live session where I hope to come live every day. But if not, I'll try to make it at least 2 to 3 times a week. Usually during weekdays at 3:30 p.m. So if you are watching up to now, if you find this useful, right, remember to smack on the subscribe button or click like or follow so that you'll be notified whenever I go live. So you can ask me questions. I will try to answer if it actually fits to the topic that we're talking about. But whatever I'm sharing here is just a fraction. Really, it's like a tip of iceberg that I'm always sharing. Facebook advertising is such a huge thing, you see. For those who experience Facebook advertising, you know that it's actually kind of like a really massive thing. And even us, that I have been doing this for past 10 years, I still learn because, like, frankly speaking, I only manage that number of campaigns and a lot of things I don't get to touch it. So when I don't touch it, I don't know, like our friend like Manfred, Andrew, and all these are, you know, in our FAA circle, they always feedback to me things that I don't know. But when they ask me questions, I go and find out and I learn. You know, this is a beautiful journey that I'm in right now. So like I say, I've got a program. If you're really interested, if you're really in and you really mean to grow yourself in Facebook advertising, I have a very, very, very interesting program that I want to share with you. Can I have your permission? I don't see somebody dropping, then I take it as a yes. So I'm just going to bring it up. Look, okay, basically what we have launched is this 6-day challenge. Now, 6-day challenge is a very interesting program. It's going to be a 6-day challenge starting on the 7th of September, which is next Monday. Yeah, next Monday, we're going to start already. So on Monday, 3:30 p.m., I'll go live for an hour or so for the next 6 days. So 7th of September until 12th of September. Every day I'll come on live with, you know, whoever will participate. You get to watch over my shoulder as I perform all the tasks that you should learn when it comes to managing a Facebook Business Manager, managing your campaign, setting up your campaign, navigating all these tools and features in Ads Manager and everything. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to give you one key learning per day. So one key learning per day, you will learn this thing today, and then you're supposed to go back and do your homework. So when you do your homework, you have a group, you see, because we are conducting everything in the Facebook group. Now, for those who have joined the 6-day challenge and you haven't joined the Facebook group, please do that, okay? Because, you know, this is where we're going to conduct everything. Of course, the VIP will get a Zoom call link with me. So, you know, you can actually ask me questions after the session. So essentially one key learning per day. And after you learn this, you have to implement. And we have a group for discussion. So this is really the community that I want to put together to help you grow. So the essential thing is we want to build a 2-step funnel. For those who are familiar with my methodology, I'm a 2-step funnel guy. I use this 2-step funnel framework to construct all my campaigns. What does it mean? You see, my theory is this. The first ad, which is a tier 1 advertisement, should be an evergreen ad that constantly go out and help you reach new people, fresh audiences, people who do not know about your product or services, people who are new, but people who are potentially becoming your customer. So when you use this ad to run, you want to capture the intent. So they will come over either to your website or something like that. But this is what I'm banging on. You can only convert up to maybe 5% of everyone who visit your website. So the tier 2 advertisement coming in is going to capture these 95% people who visited your website, indicated interest and intent on your product or services, but did not purchase. So this is where we actually bring them in. And then we have another advertisement to follow them enough time, strong enough to educate them, to make them buy. So that's the whole idea. So basically, we're going to go through a lot of live demonstrations and, you know, really live. And you can ask me questions. I'll actually show you more things as and when. So what are we going to cover here? A lot of people ask me this question. So I don't want to answer you one by one. I might as well do this thing. This is the most important thing. You have a glimpse of Facebook Business Manager. You know things get quite complicated in there. So we will spend at least a day to go through this thing to help you understand, to tell you what are the things that you can do and you should do and things that you shouldn't do. So that's the Business Manager part. We will also go through implementing Facebook Pixel as well. I mean, of course, I won't be able to cover every single one platform, but chances are, I probably will be able to point you to the right direction to find the right way to install your Pixel. And then we will talk about the combination of objectives. Usually when it comes to the two-step funnel framework, we usually combine multiple objectives. Like for example, for e-commerce, we probably will use traffic, and then the tier 2 we use conversion. And then for lead generation, the first one we use lead gen, the tier 2 we use messenger. There are different combinations available and their possibilities, and I want to share with you more on this thing. And then of course we will go through one part, which is to talk about how do we find the right audience. I will share with you some case studies, some potential combinations and stuff like that to help you get an idea of it. And of course, you get to implement. Of course, the homework will be after you set out your audience, right? I want you to post it back to the group so that we can discuss, you see. So that's the fun part. It's really fun in the 6DC. Okay, and then we will go through a little bit about designing and copywriting. Of course, when you are in there, when you're setting up your campaign, you can actually share your creative with me so that I can give you some ideas and suggestions. And then, of course, we will talk about lead generation, because this is one important thing. Not every business gets to drive traffic and get people to buy on their website. Most businesses, in fact, need Facebook to actually generate leads for them. So 4 lead generation combinations or so-called methodologies that we have been using, I will share with you on that part. How do we break it down? How do we use them right? And then how to design the two-step funnel, I will walk through, and even we will actually get to set up together so that you know how do we do the exclusion, how do we do the combination right and all that, right? And then, of course, we want to wrap it up by understanding which is the right thing to look at. How do we know when is the time to scale our campaign? It's, frankly speaking, 6 days of live trainings where we will go live at about an hour or so. It's unparalleled learning. No, it's not recorded, trust me. It's going to be like me and you going live. And it's very impromptu. So it's going to be very fun. So guess what? The cost of it is real low. So for 6 days training, and in fact, it's not just 6 days. For those who are already in the group, you know that every day from Tuesday until now, we have this pre-challenge training where every day I'll go live for about 15 minutes or so every day to give you, one key learning every day. And tonight, this is a Friday night, I got to do a little bit of happy hour. We have AMA. AMA means ask me anything about Facebook advertising. I plan to hang out a little bit longer with you guys. So get ready your questions. And if you will have questions about your Facebook advertising, now you probably have to join up because you still can catch it, because usually we go live at night and 10 p.m. So how much would that be if you're asking? It's only $9.99. It's US dollar. $9.99. You get to spend 6 days or more with me. In fact, it's already more. About 10 days or 12 days with me, and then eventually you got to learn, you got to watch over my shoulder and learn every single thing that I want you to get right when it comes to Facebook advertising. Okay, and then you get to implement it one thing at a time. You won't feel overwhelmed, trust me. It's going to be very fun. And then you have the community to support your learning. Everybody is ready there to be better Facebook advertisers. So what's better community to be in, you see? So this is where we do everything together. So if you're interested, this is the link. Later I'll post this link in the Facebook group as well. If you are really keen, if you really want to be a better Facebook advertiser, so this is the place that you should be going. So it's only for $9.99. I think we are closing it very soon, so better grab it right now. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what I have to share with you today. Okay, and then for those who are interested, let me actually post the link over here. You have any questions for me? Yeah, for those who have questions, you can actually post it in right now, else we will be closing very soon. So this is the link that I might just share it to Facebook and YouTube. So if you're interested, click on the link and it will bring you to the landing. Sign up, opt in first, and go through the process and be part of this 6-day challenge. Okay, I don't see questions coming in. I think we are good. This is it. This is a quick 20+ minutes. I think we are actually running at 24 minutes right now. Okay, it's Friday. I hope to come live next Monday. We will be doing the 6DC from 3:30 to about 5 something. So if I can, I will come in. I'll do a quick check-in every day around 5 something before 6 o'clock or something like that. To actually share something with you. If you have any questions, post it to the group. If you have any questions regarding the 6-day challenge, drop it in the comment. My team and I will be actually jumping in and help you understand whatever things that you need to understand. So this is it. I hope to see you in the challenge. And if you find this useful, please share it with your friends and smack the subscribe and like, follow button so that you'll be notified whenever I go live. Okay, with that, thank you for tuning in today. I'll see you in the next live session. Thank you. Bye. Have a good weekend though. Bye.